Hello, how are you tonight? This is Mr. Tom Salerno with the Salerno Slate. Tonight we're going to talk about the, I'm going to give you a little bit of information about the Salerno Slate. Okay, the first thing we're going to talk about tonight is pensions. The first thing the Salerno Slate wants to do is raise the pensions, increase the pensions. Number two, give us better medical without any cost, out-of-pocket cost. Also, raise the salaries, especially for the escorts, and also raise the pensions for the escorts. And most.
Tommy, you said you're going to raise the pension.
Yes.
So how are you going to do it?
Well, I'm going to be working with new actuaries.
You mean the people who deal with pensions?
Right, the people who will do pensions. I have one person I'm working with right now, and he's looking into the pensions right now about raising them and get it up to at least a substantial, so at least where we can live. Because right now the pensions are so low, but you can't retire.
Yes. Because the matron, when we talk about pension, because we have the numbers who said after 22 years, the matron, they're going to have $922 if they retire at the age of, after 25 years. Let's put it out. After 25 years.
Yeah, but Raymond, you also got to remember that their pension right now after 25 years is $922, but after taxes, they're coming home with much less. We got the figures.
Are you talking about after taxes? That's like $646.
Exactly.
That's the area code of that's the area code of a cell phone. For the drivers, which is $13.25 after taxes. I thought they didn't have to pay taxes.
No, they have to pay taxes
in New York State.
Yes, in New York State, unless they go to Florida.
Unless they go to Florida.
That's why most people run to Florida, because in Florida they don't tax pensions.
Okay, but here they tax it.
Yes, they tax it
so
heavy.
In other words, when we say $13.25, expect to be 9 something.
Yes.
Yes. Tabby.
How can you live on 9 something a month?
A month, but Tabby. I went to couple company with you, and then the people, they were very, very excited about you going to raise the pension.
Yes.
So this is a guaranteed. When you go there, you're going to raise the pension.
Exactly. That's the first thing I'm going to work on.
You work on it. And then do you feel like the money is there, you can get it, you can raise that pension?
Yes.
Because, Tammy, when I'm looking at the pension money, I realize from 20 years to 25 years, the money, you pay the money, but it doesn't go up.
Exactly.
So what's the reason, though?
It's a good question, but
we have to be inside to find out.
Exactly. Now, as I run for president, that's one of my campaign promises. From 20 to 25 years, you're going to see increases.
Okay. Now, what can you do for the matron salaries?
Well, the matron salaries, I like to bring it up $4, because you know why? The matron salaries are paid by the Board of Education and not paid by the contractor. So
when
I would have
contractor, the owner of the school bus.
Right, the owner of the companies. They get subsidized by the Board of Ed for the matron's salary. So we can most likely negotiate with the Board of Ed and the contractors to bring that salary up to a decent level at least.
You said decent level, $20 an hour for top pay.
Yes.
Because now it's but there is something else about matron and drivers. I heard now some companies, they start them lower than what the union put on the paper. So it means the companies or the contractors, as you call them, they have no respect for this union.
No. They have what you call casuals.
Yeah. So you're going to get rid of the casual, or you're going to keep the casual?
Well, I'd rather take the word casual out and make everybody shapes. And then everybody will pay into the union. And also, the shapes will be, when they first start off as shapes, they'll start their pensions. Right now, as casuals, they don't put into their pensions. So some guys who can work 2 or 3 years and hasn't contributed a dime into their pensions.
So they're going to find out that when they're time for them to retire.
Right. When they're time to retire, they think they got 20 years, but really they got maybe 17 years because the other years they were not put into their pensions.
Oh my God. So they're being bamboozled?
Exactly. Exactly.
Or they're being duped by this.
Well, no, what happens is when the guy thinks he's got 25 years and then now the union says, yeah, well, you only contribute for 17 years. Now the guy's got to work a few extra years to make the difference.
Tommy, so that's a guarantee the pension will go up.
Right.
That's a guarantee the salaries of the matron.
Right.
Tommy, another subject out there, it's the red light.
Mm-hmm.
What can you do for that?
Well, first thing is going to be out of the vocabulary is termination. That's not going to be in the union's vocabulary. Unfortunately, it's in the union's vocabulary with Michael. Michael Cordiello is the one who made that policy with 2 companies. And my goal is to get it out of there. I'm not saying the driver should go through red lights. Certainly not. But termination shouldn't be it shouldn't be the policy.
Isn't that with the CDL license in New York State, we are the only people who get terminated?
Yes. Well, only 2. Atlantic and Varsity.
In other words, with anybody who has CDL license in New York State, if they drive for any company, they don't fire them.
No,
they give them warning.
Right, they give them warnings. They give them
training.
Retrainings, and sometimes a low suspension.
Yeah. Why do you say low suspension? Half a day.
Yeah, half a day. Day, 2 days. But even the city, a bus driver can go through 10 red lights. He ain't getting fired.
So you're going to fight for that.
Exactly.
So people, you're not saying to go through red light, but there's another things I was thinking about. It's wherever there's a red light, you can lobby. You can have some senators,
lobby up in Albany,
so they can put something to tell them to walk and do not walk, starting with 20 seconds.
Right.
So as a
countdown,
a countdown as a driver. Thank you very much for the words, Miss Brown. As a driver, when you reach there, you already see how many seconds you have for you to cross that light.
Right.
So, and then.
This way, it makes the driver aware that he don't have much time. So when he sees it go down to maybe 1 or 2, he's now available, ready to stop.
Because Tommy, I can tell you, I have a friend of mine, a co-worker. He worked for Varsity. It was trip season. They have a lot of heavy trip, and then he went to West Side Highway. And there's a lot of
cameras.
In a week, he take 4 red lights.
Right.
And then most of the red light, he was right in the middle because there's so much traffic there.
Right.
So it's to show you can't say, that will never happen to me because I'm a cautious driver. No, that can happen to anybody.
Oh, it can happen to anybody. If you get stuck in between the box between the corner, because on each corner in the city, sometimes they have these square boxes. If you get caught in that box, the camera's going to take a picture of you. And unfortunately, sometimes you can't get across. It sometimes takes you a little longer because there's traffic on the other side. And you wind up not moving, and right away the light gets you.
You know something? One morning, it was around 6 o'clock, 6:15. I was in Kings Highway, Northern. But if you're coming from Kings Highway from north to south or from west to east, let's put that from west to east, a lady from, I think from United.
Right.
I'm not sure which company, but I was there, I was on Northern. And then she goes to the red light, but she stopped. Because she realized she back off. That's when the red light hit her.
Yeah.
So she's in deep trouble. But yeah. I'm laughing. Is not that I want that to happen to her, but that's sad.
Yes.
Tammy, there is another things I was to talk to you, which is very, very important to me. Some people talk about experience because. In your in one of the flyers you have, there's a comparison between you and Michael Cordiello.
Yes.
So would you don't mind to give us that comparison on the radio?
No problem.
Okay. Because they said you've been a driver for 35, a school bus driver for 35. What happened to Michael?
Well, Michael was never a school bus driver. He was put there by his father. Me, with my experience, I was a school bus driver for 35 years. 11 years, I was elected shop steward. And for 5.5 years, I was elected delegate. I was also a working delegate for 9.5 years.
At the Board of Education, right?
Yes.
Oh, so
Doing hearings for the drivers.
Yes, with a
So-
97% winning record.
So when you work for Board of Ed representing the driver, that's where you get all the knowledge.
Exactly.
So that's where now when you work at Board of Ed for the hearing, and then you become friendly with the drivers too, and then you feel their pain,
Right.
Because you are a bus driver like them.
Exactly.
But that never happened to Michael.
No.
His father put him there,
Yes.
so he's a daddy's boy.
Exactly.
So we don't want a daddy's boy at the union be the president. We want a real man, a man who understands the drivers.
Right.
I remember
I don't think once he ever represented the driver at the Board of Ed.
one of your future delegate, I think is Mr. John Israel. He was saying he never sit behind the bus to warm up the bus when it's really cold.
Right.
So he doesn't know that part. So what else can you tell the people when it's come for experience? When it comes for experience for the people to vote for you, so they can believe this is experience guy, because the union come with their flyers saying they have experience,
Right.
but in the last contract I don't know what kind of things they have.
Well,
So what else?
I'd like to say something. I want to show you how much experience the union has. You had Michael Cordielli, Tommy Jamat, and the rest of the executive board who sold us out so bad on our pension, on the Molland Agreement, most favored nations. I want to know what kind of experience they have. How dare Michael sign a company policy to terminate a driver for passing a red light? This is the president of a union. How dare he sign a company policy?
I can challenge you on that. I can play devil advocate. Maybe he's a father. He doesn't want you to carry his kids if you're taking the red light. So you don't think that's what it was on his mind as the president of the union?
It could have been on his mind, but we're still members of his union. He's the president. How dare he terminate a man, a family man? Things happen. Like you said, you got stuck. That poor woman who was driving for United got stuck between the two lights.
And then she
Camera
back up.
and she backed up and she flashed out. I mean, think about it. You're terminating a person, may have 17, 18 years. Now she's entitled to nothing. She's out of a job. It's devastating. I don't say anything against suspensions.
So what I understand here,
Teach
the
them a
red
lesson of
light,
suspension.
with the red light policy, it's Michael signed it.
Yeah, it was a company policy that he made a deal with Atlantic and Varsity. And this deal he made, and you keep in mind, no other companies made this deal, but yet...
But I have to tell you, last time, Michael, you want me to take the phone call?
yes. Yeah.